Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is John Akar. I'm here today for appearing on my behalf. I was born in this country, but I've been a lawful immigrant in another country about 25 years ago. For several years, I had the equivalent of what today over here would be a green card. My wife and my minor children were all born outside of the U.S., so I know this issue very well. And I'm also here on behalf of all those other lawful immigrant families here in Rhode Island. I filed for my children to come to the U.S. in March of 2004, and they came here with the government's permission, of course, legally in December of 2008. So as someone said earlier, it's very dependent upon what your situation is. Costs a lot of money. There's basically 3 steps to being a lawful immigrant here. You file your paperwork. It's kind of like applying for college. You file your paperwork, you pay a lot of money, and then you wait. You're either going to get accepted or you won't. And that's a life choice for a family. Somebody earlier said about splitting up families. We paid up about the equivalent of a very large down payment on a home we were supposed to buy in order to get my family here. If they were denied, I wouldn't be living in this country right now. I can tell you that right now. That's an act of love. So one of these presidential candidates said illegal immigration is act of love. No, it's not. An act of love is providing for your family wherever they are, and it's also about respecting the rule of law. It's not. I don't believe this bill is about a civil rights issue. It's about a rule of law issue, and it's about life choices issues. You know, I lived in a foreign country for several years. I wouldn't even dream of cutting in line at the bank or the supermarket. Certainly not in somebody else's country. Okay, and somebody also mentioned a broken system. System's not broken. It's 3 simple, very simple steps. Someone also said about a couple myths I hear all the time. Prejudice, racism, and fear, and anti-immigrant if you're for upholding the rule of law. My wife and mine children are darker than anybody in this room. Okay, so that's very insulting to me when that one gets thrown in my face. And the other one is immigrants. This is not about immigrants. There are 2 very different things here. There are illegal aliens and there are lawful immigrants. And that's very insulting to people that have immigrants in their family that came here lawfully. That's 2 very different things. Okay? Last thing about another myth I hear is about hiding in the shadows. The decibel level out here was very high. If I were hiding in the shadows, quote unquote, like that, I would probably have stage 4 skin cancer. Let me tell you something. That's false. People are here testifying, protesting in Rotunda, the whole 9 yards. This bill is about respect for the law. And Rep. McEntee, you mentioned earlier this will solve a problem. If you think this is going to solve a problem, and that whatever the number is, 25,000, 10,000, whatever the number of illegal aliens are here right now, that will triple your problem, or at least increase it greatly. Because if I'm an illegal alien, and I know they're giving illegal alien licenses in Rhode Island, guess where I'm heading? This will not solve a problem. This will increase your problem dramatically. I can tell you that. You know, this bill is about aiding and abetting, breaking and entering into a country. Now, that might sound harsh. I've been an immigrant. My family are immigrants in this country. That's what it is. You know, I wouldn't think, if I was starving and cold, I wouldn't think of breaking into someone's summer home where it's vacant right now. I certainly wouldn't break into somebody's country. Okay? This is a magnet, another magnet, for more illegal aliens to come to this state. You know, if you provide it, they will come. That's the bottom line. And also I heard about compassion. There's nobody I hate. There really isn't. There's no one I hate. My family is black and I'm white. I speak a different language with them sometimes. I've been to another country 10 times going to the U.S. consulate. Big, big, big money. As I said, if that didn't go through, I would be living in that country right now. That's my life choice. That's not splitting up a family. That's a choice I made for them to come to this country. And if it hadn't gone through, I wouldn't be living in this country right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Arcaro? Did I pronounce that correctly? Arcaro. Representative Filippi.
Just a brief statement, Mr. Chairman. I don't know whether we should or shouldn't do this, gentlemen. The question I think you're trying to get to is whether we can. I think we can. We're a separate sovereign entity than the federal government. And I think we have every right as a sovereign state to issue a driver's license. I don't know whether we should or shouldn't, but your statements that we don't have the ability to, I think essentially denigrates the sovereignty of the state. And I think we can. I'm trying to resolve whether we should. So I just wanted to state that I disagree with the contention that we don't have the legal ability as a sovereign state to issue these licenses.
Rep, I never implied you didn't have that ability. I just imply you shouldn't. Thank you.
Thank you.